Hello everybody, I'm Jimmy and this is Jimmy's Neighborhood Bees. Welcome to the neighborhood. I want to give a special welcome before I do anything to Keith. It was a pleasure meeting you up at Nature's Image Farm for the creator conference get together thing that it was. I was invited. It was an amazing experience. I'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. But I'm going to get today's fortune out of the way. I'm going to tell you what's going on in the apiary. The same as usual, just feeding. I'm going with a 1 gallon buckets. I'm getting some dead bees in my rapid rounds, so I don't like that. So I'm going to put these on. It's still warm enough. It doesn't get down to freezing or anything. And I'll put a little bit of extra insulation around them. Just anyway. But let me show you. Let me get today's fortune out. It says, you are never selfish with your advice or your help. So I'm never selfish with my advice or my help. Yeah, I don't mind helping people whenever I can. It's not a thing where I'm going to be missing out. I help them. I give them advice. If they take it, they take it. If not, so be it. Anyway, I'm going to change to these 1 gallon bucket feeders in the hives. That shouldn't be a problem. Also, I think right now I'm going to remove the paper towels. Or not paper towels, but the towels that I had in the hives for beetles. Check them out. And I might look at the beetle traps. I don't really want to light the smoker. However, I may light it just to have it on the side, not use it unless I really need it. Let me talk about today's shirt real quick. This was a high school. I didn't graduate from this high school. My family moved prior to my senior year. So I spent my last senior year at Bel Air High School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But this is Rosenwald High School in New Roads, Louisiana. My sister graduated from there the last year, and then the family moved to Baton Rouge. But they had their 100th year roundup where everybody who graduated from Rosenwald went through, and these are the 3 principals that were principals of the high school. So just a shout out to everybody in New Roads, Louisiana. And so I have missed the get together, but I'll see you guys in a little while whenever I get back down there. All right, so that's today's shirt. If you don't know the story with Julius Rosenwald, Google it, look it up. It was something he did for, there's Rosenwald schools here in Virginia as well. So you can do the little history research all on your own. Anyway, also now let me talk about the little get-together function thing. I might throw a few snippets of people. I want to thank all of my subscribers and people who comment and like on the videos and thumbs up and all that stuff. I met a few people that follow my channel, which to me is still surprising. But Keith being one, and then I've met people that I follow as well. Thomas from Free Range Art Farm, who's here in Virginia. I met the entire stream team, which Greg I had met previous, but I met Brian and I met, oh Lord, Bruce from, which I got the idea for the towels in the hives there. So the hive beetles. Which my hive beetles are nowhere near what Bruce's hive beetles are. But I got a chance to get up and talk about a little bit of the bee community at the Stream Team Live. And I don't know how many of you seen that, but it's just as amazing as it is on video in person. But I got a chance to talk about how the bee community helped me, or helped a friend of ours in Louisiana through us here in Virginia, just because she had some bees in her home, not her home, but an old home on her property that the house was being torn down, but the people wouldn't tear it down because it had bees in the house. And she had been trying for over a year to find someone to remove the bees. She didn't want to kill them. So she reached out to us because her and Sharon, they grew up together from kindergarten all the way up or however long. They're still friends, of course. She reached out to us because she knew we were beekeepers here in Virginia. And I said, well, I could throw some stuff in the car and the next trip we'll drive down and see what I can do. But I said, let me reach out to some people. So I knew I had been following world famous Mike Barry. And so I contacted him because he talked about Southeast Louisiana and I knew he was in the area somewhere. He reached out to Mr. Ed, Jeff Horchoff. And together they went to our friend's house in Kentwood, Louisiana, which is home of Britney Spears, but also other people live there too. But they went out to Kentwood, Louisiana, and they removed the hive. It was like 8 feet tall. I'm gonna link in the description. I'm gonna link to that video so you can watch that video of Mr. Ed's cutout, Mr. Ed and Mike Barry, the cutout. So by a Louisiana person reaching out to us here in Virginia, and me reaching out to the bee community in Louisiana, which I've never met Mike Barry or Jeff Horchoff, Mr. Ed. I've never met them at all. They didn't follow me. They didn't know I had a bee channel. They didn't know I was a beekeeper. I just sent a message, a blind, open-ended message, and I got a response, and they helped, and everything was wonderful. So the bee community in itself is a wonderful place and helpful. And so I just want to thank everybody involved. Anyway, all I'm gonna do is put these on, like I said, and take those towels out. I'm gonna try not to use the smoke, but I am gonna light the smoker, but I'm trying not to use the smoke. And the hives are pretty much set for winter. The farmhouse hive, you know, is a long hive, so all I did was take. I do have some frames in the freezer that have honey on them, so I could look through, and if they need to add honey to it, I'll take the frames out, let it kind of thaw out overnight, and then the next day I can put them in or so. I can adjust that way. This storeroom hive is the XL frames. There's 10, and I have a medium box on top. And really, it can go through winter just like that if the bee population allows for that. But what I'm gonna do is just keep feeding until they can no longer take the syrup. And then after that, because of weather, the temperature and everything, then after that, I do have Hive Alive fondant to put on to make sure that they can at least have access to food in the winter. All right, and then I'm gonna move some stuff around in the bee yard in preps for next season. Of course, that's gonna go on all throughout the winter. But all right, let me get over there and just do this real quick. But really, it was just, this video is just to talk about and be thankful and thank all of those. I can't mention everybody. Tony that I met at the conference there at Nature's Image Farm. I met Guardian Bee Apparel. I met the Apame, owner of Apame. Larabi's from Larabi's Bees, which I use, as you know, I use his vaporizer to do my oxalic acid treatment. I met so many people, and Sharon too. She was there. She met a whole bunch of people, a whole slew of people, and we can't wait for the NABI conference in Louisville. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Anyway, so hopefully I'll meet a whole bunch more people there, and get the fellowship, which is part of why I enjoy this hobby. Anyway, I'm gonna go over here and do this, knock this out, and you guys can watch. Okay, I decided to not go with the smoker and just go with the spray bottle with some 1-to-1 sugar and Honeybee Healthy. So I'm gonna spray the front, and then I'll spray as needed. I'm gonna go ahead and spray the landing board. Give them something to do. Yep, there's bees all in there. Let me show you real quick. There's bees down in there. You probably can't see too good, but they're in there hanging out. They weren't so much at the top, but whoop, sorry about that. We had a little storm and got a couple of beetles. Spray. Good bees, but a couple of beetles. We'll pull this off and see. And it's still living. It used to be living. They do get tangled up. Box full of bees, as you can see. And a few beetles. So, I'm gonna leave them like that. So we got good population, excellent population. Quick shim on that. Okay, just to the bucket is taller, so I had to add just a little shim. So so I just put a quick shim so my top sits flush. No big deal. When I stop feeding bucket feeder, then this comes off. But as long as the bucket's there, this is not deep enough, but that'll be fine. All right, on to the next one. Okay, we're here beside the farmhouse and basically doing the same thing, taking the rapid round off. Still bees in there, but I have dead bees around there and I don't like that, so. Spritz there. Wait. Let me get the towels out. Still a massive amount of bees in here. I don't see any beetles so far. So oh, I see two. I saw two beetles. There's a big one here. And one here. Good girl. So, let me see what you can see. Make sure you see it. Yeah, there's a massive amount of bees in here. So that'll be great going through the winter. Again, I may explain a little more about the construction of this hive. Come out. There you go. Okay, it's been a while since I've been inside the bee shed, but I didn't have really much to do in here. The calendar still says August, but we know it's September. Today's September 22nd. It's a Friday, and oh, one of my mugs. So basically that's it for now. All I'm going to be doing between now and when it starts to get cold at night, freezing, is feeding the liquid 2 to 1. Not quite 2 to 1, but almost 2 to 1. And that way they'll put it up and they'll use it later, whatever. And like I said, in my bee freezer, I have what do you call it? I have Hive Alive fondant in there. I have about 6 packs, I think. So that should be plenty for the 2 hives to get through winter. And then in the spring, we'll decide our new plan for our apiary back here. I'm thinking I want to get at least 2 semi-normal hives, 2 more semi-normal, and then I'll have my XL hives. So, which I'll still be doing those because I just like the way the frames work. Anyway. What else is going on? Oh, I got a couple of bee stickers. I got one for Guardian Bee Apparel. And so I'm going to be putting those on my bee freezer. I got them when I went up to Nature's Image Farm. And I already had Nature's Image Farm sticker. So hopefully in January when I get up to Nobby, I'll collect some more stickers. I'll buy them from whomever. I kind of nudged the Stream Team to get their logo, Stream Team logo, in a sticker form. I mean, I put them right there on a prominent place right on my freezer. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm gonna close this one out. I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing. I got almost 500 subscribers, which to me is unfathomable. I never would have thought me doing what I do in a little backyard, regular suburban neighborhood would garner that much attention for people on YouTube that have other things that they can be doing other than looking at my videos. But I appreciate every single one of you. And like I said, from now on, I'll start saying welcome to the neighborhood. So welcome to the neighborhood, and have fun with your bees.